Hello. Thanks for joining, guys. My name is Michael. I'm in Accra, Ghana. And then, if this is your first time chancing on my video, just feel free to drop some like and then subscribe. In today's video, I want to talk about how to stay focused as a man. How to stay focused as a man. Now, most guys are in fact, we live in a world in general, okay, where distraction is something which is very common. There are so many people that are distracted from their goals. Like, they have set goals and deadlines for themselves, but then there are so many other things that are distracting them. And so, due to that, they are not able to achieve their goals. Now, whatever the goal is, whether financial goals, whether relationship goals, whether fitness goals, or any kind of goal that you have set for yourself, okay, most people find themselves being swayed away from these goals that they have set for themselves, and it is very disturbing. And so, in today's video, I want to talk about how to stay focused. How to stay focused, especially as a man. Now, my focus is on men because as a man, you are everything that the world needs. You are the foundation. And then if the foundation is shaking, I believe no building can stand tall. So as a man, you need to be focused. Okay. So I want to share with you how to stay focused. There's some few tips on how to stay focused. But before that, let's look at some of the things that are actually distracting you, that is not making you be focused with whatever goals and aspirations that you have set for yourself. Once again, my name is Michael. I'm a fitness enthusiast in Ghana, and then on this channel we create fitness content. We talk about fitness, we talk about things that is going to help you become a better person as a man. Okay, so please feel free to like this video and subscribe. Let's get going together. Now, there are so many things that causes distractions or that makes you lose focus. Okay, there are so many things that makes you lose focus as a man if you are looking at it carefully. Now, these things might seem harmless at the beginning, but then in the long run, what is going to happen is that it is going to sway you completely without you even realizing that this particular thing is actually swaying me from my direction. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is social media. Now, social media is one of the things that is swaying most guys from their goals, from their aspirations. Now, there are a whole lot of information that is being shared on social media. And so because of that, most people spend hours and hours on social media. Now, at the start, it is going to feel harmless. Oh, just some hour, just some 30 minutes. But then when this time is accumulated, when it's added together, you realize that you have spent most of your time, most of your life on social media. Now, if you're a content creator or you create videos, fine, that's a different topic for another day. But then if you are not a creator and then you just keep scrolling through people's videos and then you are just there like that, by the time you realize time is far gone. So social media is one of the things that causes so much distractions in this world we live today. And the next thing that causes distraction is bad friends. Now, we all desire to have friends. Everyone wants to have friends. Like, it is cool, it's kind, it's nice, to have friends here and there. But then these friends should be friends that will push you to achieve your goals. And that is why I like guys who go to the gym as friends, because we are all on a mission. I've never been to the gym and then I've seen people discouraging someone from working out. No, we are all focused and then doing the particular thing we came there to do. So maybe you have friends that are always talking about partying, they are talking about going out, they are talking about humanizing here and there. You could tell for yourself that all these points these guys are trying to put on board or are trying to suggest, they are not something which is going to help you achieve your goals at the end of the day. But then you still decide to play along it. You are losing focus, bro. You are losing focus. You are losing focus. That is one other thing that is causing you to lose focus. So your kind of friends that you have is what is going to determine whether you are losing focus or you are still on your goals or you are still on the line to achieve your goals at the end of the day. All right. Now, the next thing that is causing you to lose focus is that you have specialized. Funny enough, you have specialized in womanizing. Like, come on, womanizing doesn't pay. It is a wrong investment. It is a wrong investment, and I don't advise anyone to venture into it. Now, from the start of it, it might look fun. You might look like you are the big boy, you are the guy of the moment. But at the end of the day, in the long run, you will lose time, you will lose money. If you are not also very careful, you might end up contracting deadly disease for yourself. Okay, so womanizing is one of the things that causes you to lose focus. Now, in the time you are supposed to work on your dreams, you will be using that time to be pursuing women. Women love attention, so you have to be on the phone hours, talking to this particular girl. By the time you are done, you hang up the phone, call a different girl, because you have to check up on them, each and every one equally. So at the end of the day, what is going to happen is that by the time you realize you spend 5 hours, 6 hours just on phone. Meanwhile, this time can be put into productive hours, and it's going to help and better your life. But then you decide to use them on women. Bro, you are losing focus. Stay focused. Stay put. Now, the final thing, there's more, but then I just want to talk about just this few. I think that's the set point. Is alcohol and then smoking. Alcohol and smoking. It's also one of the distractions. Now, there is no one who has been able to, or who is drunk, any drunkard that is focused. Anyone who is drunk cannot be focused. Have you seen any drunkard walking in the straight line before? No, brother. They don't walk in the straight line. They move sideways because they are not focused. Their visions have been blurred. That is what happens when you keep on taking in alcohol. These things sway you away from your goals. Okay, smoking as well. It gives some kind of high dopamine, which makes you, you feel high, you feel happy. But at the end of the day, it weakens you. So that's ample time you are supposed to use to achieve your goals. You have to probably use that time to go and rest or do something which is not necessary. Even that time you are using to spend to drink, and then that time could be channeled to a productive use. But then you are using it to drink and then smoke. What is going to happen is that you are going to lose track of your goals. You are going to lose focus. Now, these things seem normal in today's world that we live in. But then if you are watching this video, I believe you want to better your life. That is why you are watching this video. So let's stick to it. Let's get going, and then let's make sure that we try as much as possible to stay away from these things, alcohol and smoking. It is not something which is good for your health. Trust me. Now that I've been able to outline some of these distractions, let us look at how to stay focused. Now, let's look at how to actually stay focused. Okay, how to stay focused. Now, when it comes to being focused, it is not a rocket science, but then it is full of discipline. You don't need motivation to stay focused. Like, you don't need to be motivated to stay focused. Motivation is temporal. But then being disciplined is the key in staying focused. Being disciplined. Now, when I talk about discipline, in simple put, discipline is just doing what you say you will do, even when you don't feel like, or not doing what you say you will not do, even when you don't feel like. So whenever you have the urge to chase something which you know is not going to favor you, but then you tell yourself that, hey, come on, this thing, I'm not going to touch it. No matter what, I am not going to touch it. And then you don't touch it. At the end of the day, you are being disciplined. And it's going to help you achieve your goals. So then, whenever you have the urge to womanize, women are very tempting. I mean, I'm not gay, by the way. I'm straight as a straight line. But then, too much concentration on women, okay, it's not a good thing. Too much concentration on alcohol and smoking is not a good thing. Too much concentration on social media, it's not a good thing. Now, the only way, to sum it all up, the only way to come out of that kind of distraction is that thing that is causing you to be distracted and then not being focused in life, is to be disciplined. There is no two ways about it. Discipline, first of all, in thoughts. What kind of things do you think about? Okay, your thinking is what controls your reality. So if you are not thinking well, you will end up at the end of the day going back to those things that are causing you to be distracted. So you have to have discipline in thoughts, discipline your mind to focus on important things. I know it is not something which is very easy to do, especially if you have been in this habit for quite some time now. It is not something which is going to be easy to do. Okay, but then you need to try. Until you try, you will not know how best you can give. Everything is about trying. It's all about try and error, try and error. From the start, it's going to feel impossible. But as time goes on, it becomes easier over time. So you need to discipline your mind. You need to discipline your mind that, hey, despite the distractions that is going on, I'm not going to focus on those distractions, but rather I am going to focus on this particular thing that I'm about to achieve. Now, the second way that you can be able to stay focused is that avoid multitasking. Especially, let me put it that way. Now, maybe you have 2 or 3 bad habits, or there are 2 or 3 things that are distracting you at the same time. Maybe social media, maybe you drink and smoke at the same time. Don't try to stop all at the same time. You can't. Okay, so take one. So let's say social media is what is distracting you. Now you take some time off. Whenever you have the urge to scroll through social media, try as much as possible to avoid the phone at all costs. Okay, and then do other important things. Now, when you have the urge to go and take your phone, you can get up and then start talking to someone in real life instead of scrolling through social media. Someone will be like, "Oh, me, I'm an introvert. Oh, I can't do without my phone." Being an introvert is something I want to talk about in some other time. But then there's some downsides of it. But then I will not talk about it in this particular video. Okay, so take one. So, and then maybe you also drink and smoke. Okay, maybe you drink. Now you have to start. You can continue with the smoking for some time, but then the alcohol should be taken out and then be replaced with something else. Then you see that at a point in time, the urge to drink the alcohol will be reducing, and then you take the smoking also. Then you start reducing it small. So gradually, you are going to achieve it. And it's not a one-day show. It is not a one-night stand. No. It's a process, because that particular habit took you some time to build. So therefore, for you to be able to quit those habits and then be focused, you need to do it gradually as well. And in so doing, trust me, you are going to get amazing results. Now, the next way that can help you to stay focused is that learn to open about your problems to trusted people. Now, the underlying word is trusted. That is the underlying word, trusted. Not everyone can be trusted. There are people, when you share your secret with them, they use it as a weapon against you. So this particular point is very important. Learn to seek help from trusted people. People that when you tell your problems, they won't go about announcing it. Hey, this particular person is having a problem. No, not those kind of people. Trusted people, people that you feel you can trust. Okay, now when you tell them your problems, they are going to encourage you. They are going to encourage you, especially when you share with someone who has been in that particular situation before and then it's now out and it's now focused on achieving their goals. Trust me, it is going to bring you massive results. Massive results. Okay, so learn to share your problems with trusted people. People you know are going to really be of help to you. Probably can be a trusted man of God. It can be a trusted friend who you see that this particular person is focused. Feel free to ask for help. Don't say, "Oh, hey, they are going to judge me. Hey, what if they don't?" No, just feel free and then express your opinion. So far as you know that you can trust this particular person is trustworthy. All right, that is another way that can help you to stay focused. With time, the focus is going to come. It's going to come, and then trust me, you are going to see amazing results. And a final way that is going to help you, okay, to stay focused, especially as a man, is that be consistent with the good habits instead of the bad habits. That new habit that you have started, okay, be consistent with it. When I talk about consistency, most people think doing it every day. No, it's not about doing it, but they're doing it most of the times. That is the meaning of consistency. Doing it most of the times. So when you do those things most of the times, at the end of the day, you are going to get results. So guys, this is how to start being focused, okay? How to focus on important things. And then trust me, if you focus on these few points that I've been able to share with you, it is going to give you amazing results. And then you will surely come back to this video and then comment and then see how everything was. Kindly feel free to drop any kind of challenge that you think you are facing, anything that is causing you to be distracted and not be focused. Just drop it in the comment section and then let's share knowledge together. And then please feel free to subscribe and like this video. I'm very much interested in knowing what kind of problem that is causing you not to be focused on your goals. So please drop it in the comment section and then let's get going together. Thank you very much, and then see you all in my next video. Have a wonderful day.